Hey everybody, it's me Stacy here at Scrapbooking Made Simple with our next Saturday with Stacy YouTube. This is YouTube number 163 and this is a whopper. We are right in the middle of the shop that did not hop and the warehouse sale where everything Sizzix is up to 90% off. Yes, 90% off. I know, it's crazy. The pricing is unbelievable and it only happens once a year. So I didn't do a YouTube last week and I sure did miss you. It felt so weird not doing a YouTube, but because of the shop that did not hop and the fact that I am Phantom of the Opera all 17 days of the event, it was just not possible to get one done. I'm up here in the warehouse now trying to get this one done so it can load so you can see it tomorrow morning. But next Saturday, again, there won't be any YouTube because it will be the last weekend of the shop that did not hop in the Sizzix warehouse sale, and we are just crazy, crazy. Now, if you don't know what the shop that did not hop in the Sizzix warehouse sale is, it doesn't matter. Just go to our website. You're going to find deals and steals that you are going to love, especially on Sizzix product. And then the rest of our website, almost all of it's on sale for 20% off. Or if you're in sunny California, come find us before July 31st. Like I said, for the most part, I'm dressed as Phantom of the Opera every day, hair slicked back. Some people didn't even recognize me when they walked in. It was awesome. I have my mask on, the whole thing, and then 6-inch heels that I'm in. Oh my gosh, it's been so much fun. But because of that, again, there won't be a YouTube next week. What I am YouTubing today for you is part of the warehouse sale and part of the shop that did not hop. So these products, especially the Sizzix dies, they're on sale at 40% off and they are brand spanking new. I mean, we're talking the latest release, like new, and still 40% off. So I have got those dies to show you. I have got a new tool from Sizzix called the Shuttle that I want to explain to you. I have a new way, I think, of using the Spectrum Noir glitter pins, and I have watercolor pencils and paper leather and real leather. I just have a ton to tell you about and show you. It is definitely a technique-based YouTube, no question about it. Now, I have Winner Chicken Dinner to talk about too from the last YouTube, number 162. And if you want to be a Winner Chicken Dinner, then all you have to do is have a YouTube username and login, find Scrapbooking Made Simple, you'll see a picture of my face, and then subscribe to our channel. Watch this YouTube in its entirety, post your comment, keep it kind, that way I can approve it, and then you go into the running to be a Winner Chicken Dinner. Dale, while the shop that did not hop is going on, is not shipping out any prizes. So if you are waiting on something, hang tight. Dale will get it to you just as quickly as she can. But right now the emails are coming, I mean, a lot, and she needs to take care of all of that, as well as she's answering the phones and she's handling the Instagram. God bless that woman. She is a phenomenal employee. She keeps those balls juggling and doesn't seem to drop them ever. So thank you, Dale, for all of your efforts. For our winners, what are you gonna win from the last YouTube? Well, it was on my collection, Simply Defined Flower Shop. A lot of the collection is already sold out, especially the contour die. I am so sorry. I think the I Want It All is also sold out. I'm not 100% positive, but I think so. There's still some of the rolled flowers left with the coordinating stamps, but the two winners I have from last week are gonna win that new contour die, and they're gonna win a set of the Spectrum Noir glitter pins. They retail for $16.99 and then my die is $15.99, so wahoo kachoo. If you are Janet Miller, yay for Janet Miller. Are you going woo woo, woo woo? But you're not alone, Janet. We have somebody else who has one. I'm apologizing in advance because I love you dearly and I have no clue how to pronounce your last name, but I'm gonna commit. I'm gonna go for it, and if it's wrong, I tried. First name easy, Sharon. Sharon Nesvog. Sharon, is that it? Did I come close? Sharon Nesvog. Congratulations, Sharon. You and Janet are our lucky winner chicken dinner from YouTube number 162. How are you gonna claim your prize? Easy. Email us at winner, WINNER, at scrapbookingmadesimple.com. You will get a bounce back saying, hey, we got your email, congratulations. That's how you know that we've received your email. And then just as soon as Dale has time, she will get all the prizes out. But right now, she's knee deep in customer questions. So those come first. Now, downstairs during the Sizzix warehouse sale in the shop that did not hop, of course, the whole store is beautiful. It's all Phantom of the Opera. If you've been following us on Facebook, you've seen the pictures. You know that we are giving somebody their online order for free every single day. So there's going to be 17 peeps out there, online peeps, who win their entire order from the warehouse sale in the shop that didn't hop for free. If you don't follow us on Facebook, you should, because that's how you win a lot of prizes. And we've got stunning make and takes that I'm doing for every single customer that comes into the store that wants one. Well, it hasn't been every single customer because I had to be up here for some time, and thankfully Claire covered and did some. But anyway, I'm going to tilt on down. I'm going to tell you, you are going to want a paper and pencil. Without question, between the new jewelry dies from Sizzix, which are not just for jewelry, wait till you see the phenomenal samples we have, the new tool from Sizzix, the glitter pins that we're going to mix with something that you may not have thought you could mix them with, you are just going to want to take some notes. So if you need to, pause me. Pause me. Okay, you're back, and we'll get started for today. It is so good to see you. I missed you last week. The Phantom missed you last week, but and we'll miss you again next week. But then once the event is over, we'll get back to our normal broadcasting schedule. All right, I am going to tilt on down. Oh, I'm not going to move this yet. I'm going to tilt on down, and I'm going to start for the day. Are we ready? Down we go. Bye, everybody. Okay, so what do we have? Well, this is the make and take that I'm doing for everybody. I am using the new leather from Sizzix. Yes, that's actually leather. I am using, they're all kind of tilty. I'm using my butterfly die and sparkle pins in watercolor, and they're so pretty. Look at this one. Is that so pretty? And I'm going to show you how to make these. But before I get started, I want to talk to you about a new product from Sizzix, a new tool. It's called the Sizzix Shuttle. This is what it looks like. I feel like I'm a little off. Hold on, just scooch, 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 scooch. Is that better? I think so. Okay, Sizzix Shuttle. This is what it looks like. It is magnetic. These are steel rule dies that are slightly thinner than a Big's die. And I want to talk to you about this tool. The first thing I want to say is that it is not a precision base plate. Yes, they look similar. Yes, they're the same size. You know what I'm going to say, but I'm just not even going to say it. I'm just not. I think that I kind of made that point in saying that they do look very close to each other, and they are exactly the same size. How do you tell these apart? Well, first off, a precision base plate is meant to cut intricate dies. So when you have wafer dies, remember wafer dies, see how thin that is? It's a wafer, and it has lots of cuts. So a lot of my Simply Defined dies have to go on a precision base plate. All of my Simply Refined dies have to go on a precision base plate. But how do you tell the difference between the two if you end up buying the Shuttle? Well, precision base plate has the directions on the back side. It's all on the back side. And you know that if you use a precision base plate, you put your paper down, you put your die facing into your paper, and you cut it because it cuts into the metal plate, making sure that that intricate die cuts beautifully each and every time. If you were to be cutting and you can read the directions, you're doing it wrong. That's a precision base plate. A shuttle is used for movers and shapers dies, and you want to be able to read the directions. If you are trying to cut something and you've got the backside, which is plastic, and there's no directions on it, you are not doing it correctly. One, the precision base plate, you don't want to see the directions. The shuttle, you do want to see the directions. Now, Both of them are, both of them are magnetic. Can you use a precision base plate to cut a movers and shapers die? No, it's too thin. See the difference in the thickness? This will not go through your machine. It's too thin. Do either of these, even though they're both magnetic, do either of these replace your magnetic platform for a wafer die? No. See how thick they are? You've got 3 different thicknesses and they each do something different. Let's see if I can get this one to stand up. So do you see the 3 different thicknesses, and they each do something totally different? These are 3 independent tools by Sizzix that do 3 different things with different dies that Sizzix manufactures. Well, for these 2, many different dies work on them. For these 2, you can be using, like I said, my Simply Refined dies work on both of these. This one here, the shuttle that I'm going to talk to you about today, is specifically for a movers and shapers die. What is a movers and shapers die? Okay, a while ago, quite some time ago, Tim Holtz came out with these really cool dies that had this big old opening in it. And people are like, what is that opening for? This is a tag die. Can you see it's a tag die? What is that opening for? Well, you could put this cute little die in here and put it there, and now it would cut, if you put your paper over it, it would cut this tag die with this cute little heart would be cut out. So you'd have a tag die with a little heart window. How stinking cute, right? Tim came out, he's got lots of movers and shapers dies. And you know it's a movers and shapers dies if you see the little magnets on the back side. Now, a movers and shapers die is not as thick as a standard Biggs. See, this is like a Biggs die. It's not as thick. It needs something to help it go through the machine. And that's where the original L base plate came in. This is Tim's Alterations L base plate. And what this did is it let you take a movers and shapers die. Let's say you didn't want to cut a whole tag. You just wanted to cut that cute little heart. You could throw it in there, put your paper on top of it, and send it on through. Because when you put it on his L die, his little L base plate, it made it the same thickness as a standard steel rule Biggs die. This is a movers and shapers die. It lets you move it wherever you want it to cut whatever you want, and it's magnetic. So if you have this tray, if you already own it, you don't necessarily need the shuttle. The shuttle is the newest version. Do I like it? Yes. Do I like it better? Yes. I'm sorry, but it is so well made. It doesn't warp. Nothing pops up out of it. It's beautifully made, and yes. So if you already have this, I would use this until this isn't going to work for you anymore, and then get the shuttle. If you want to be able to use movers and shapers and you don't have either of these yet, then get the shuttle. It's a well quality made product, and it does the same thing. So a movers and shapers, again, allows you to put it in various movers and shapers dies to cut little windows. But they've made jewelry dies, but they're not just for jewelry. So I wanted to show you what a movers and shapers was before we got started, so you had kind of an understanding. And like I said, in the warehouse sale, we have lots of movers and shapers dies for sale, starting at 40% off. And the shuttle is at 40% off, and this is a brand new tool. Brand new tool at 40% off. But remember, the shuttle is not a precision base plate, even though they look really close. No comment from me on that. And neither of them take the place of your standard magnetic platform for your wafer dies. 3 different tools for 3 different types of dies for 3 different purposes. Okay? So I want to cut with my shuttle. And Sizzix has got beautiful, beautiful new jewelry dies out. I mean, really pretty, pretty things that make lovely jewelry. These are just flowers. That's all they are flowers, but they're movers and shapers flowers. So here they are. You get all 5 of them. Do you have to use them for jewelry? By George, no, absolutely not. I think I'm gonna use these 2. You could just cut pretty flowers out of paper with them, absolutely. But to be able to do that, you need either the L base plate like I showed you from Tim, or you need the shuttle to get it to the right thickness so that it will go through your machine. We've also got the bracelets, like I said, the bracelet dies, and this is what we use to make the keychain, to start getting our keychain ready to be made. We used a bracelet die, and again, movers and shapers. Why did they make all of this movers and shapers? Because usually with a steel ruled die, you're working with material that can tend to be more expensive. You can be working with fabric or chipboard or leather or acetate or felt or fun foam. You're not just working with a paper. So they made these movers and shapers so that they will stay in place. Why do you want them to stay in place? Because if we're working with the new Sizzix leather, look at how heavy and thick that is. Yes, these dies are gonna cut that. You wanna get the most out of that leather. So if you're able to maneuver these so you get a very tight fit, and you know that the dies aren't gonna slide around, it's not accidentally gonna slide over here, and you're gonna ruin and only get half a flower and thereby lose that leather. They made them so that you will get the highest yield out of the product you're working with. Your chipboard, your acetate, your leather, your fabric, your felt, your fun foam, all of those things that steel rule dies cut. I want to show you how these work. So I'm going to bring over my Big Shot machine. Will this work in a Big Kick machine? Yes. Will it work in a Vagabond machine? Yes. Will it work in a Big Shot Plus machine? Yes. Will it work in a Big Shot Pro machine? Yes. Will it work in a Big Shot Express machine? Yes. Will it work in that old Sizzix one, the first one that cranked down? No. Will it work in the black and pink machine or the teal machine? Whatever color your Big Shot is, yes, it will work. Now I'm working on my mat here. This is my Simply Refined craft mat. And as you can see, it's not moving. That's because we put a silicone backing on it. It's not sticky, but it grabs onto your table, which means that my mat no longer slips and slides when I need to use my Big Shot machine. That makes my heart very happy. I have got my shuttle down. I have got my 2 little flowers. I've got my scrap piece of leather, because the leather actually comes, oh, let's grab one. It actually is full size. Full size, it's this big. So this is just a tail end scrap of leather, but it actually comes full sizes like that. And because it's on a movers and shapers, you put your leather with the leather side down, or your fun foam or your felt with the side that you want to see die cut when you're done facing against the die. You notice there's no kind of cutting plate on the bottom, no clear plate, no do not cut plate. I'm going to put my cut plate right over the top, and then I'm going to send it on through. Easy peasy, rolls like butter. Peel them up. And there are my cute little flowers. Now I could make these flowers out of paper. I could make these flowers out of foam. I could make these flowers however I want to make these flowers to do whatever I want with them. I could take these flowers and with my older dies that I have, I could take those flowers and put it in there. And now I'm going to cut a tag that will have a little flower window in it. That is what a movers and shapers does, and that is why you need the shuttle or the base plate, the L base plate, to make it tall enough to go through your machine. Now I want to show you the difference. You saw when I did it with the shuttle, I didn't need another platform underneath. If you do have a base plate, an L base plate, I want to show you that you do need to put down a do not cut plate first, then your base plate, then your movers and shapers, then, what do I got here? I've got a little piece of leather there. I've got a little piece of leather here. Let's just cut this one a little bit. So I'm going to scooch those over. Put that there. I've got my silver leather here to cut my heart. I don't have to do just one die at a time. I can fill it up. Then I need to put my cut plate over the top. So if you do have the base plate, you do have to sandwich it in between two cut plates. Your do not cut on the very bottom, your L tray, your movers and shapers die, your paper, your leather, whatever you're cutting, and then another clear plate. So that is a difference between the two. And then I've got cute. Cute, cute, cute. And I could have done it out of paper, I could have done it out of fun foam, I could have done it out of felt, I could have done it out of anything I want, because these are steel rule dies, and steel rule dies are meant to cut thicker material. And because they don't move, when I send them through, because they don't slip and slide, let's go ahead and move this out of the way. Because they don't slip and slide, I get the most yield out of whatever product I'm putting on top. So I still have room. See, I could put that one there and it just covers it. And because it's not gonna slip and slide, I'll get that flower out. And then I've got a little more and I could put that there. You wanna get the most out of whatever product you're using to cut with. And since you're using steel rule, often you're using something that can tend to be a little bit more expensive than paper. These are their jewelry dies. Well, the heart shape is a really old one. I don't even know if the heart shape one is still available. But the flowers are new. And they made beautiful, beautiful jewelry out of them. But it doesn't just have to be jewelry. We made stunning card samples out of them. And how do you know if you have movers and shapers? If you see the little magnets. And if you have them and you haven't been able to figure out how to cut them, it's because you need this. Once you have this, not a problem. And remember, we put it on sale at 40% off for you. So not a problem. That's only during the warehouse sale though. All right, now I'm gonna move this over and I'm gonna put this one away for now because I wanna bring out the bracelet die. This is a stunner. It is one of their bracelet dies. We used it to make cards. Yes, cards, I know, crazy. We used it as for some of our cards and it's beautiful. The nice thing about this die is not only do you get the movers and shapers die, you get the thinlet too. So you're getting two dies, not just one, you're getting two. You're getting the base for your bracelet or the background die for your card, and you're getting the decorator die that fits right on top to add the detail. So I want to cut this one for you. And I think I will use, I'm going to use the really pretty, gosh, I don't know, chrome maybe? Really, really pretty color though. I really like it. Do they have a color? Do they say what color they're using it as? It's metallic. Gunmetal. Okay, well, I'll go with gunmetal. That works for me. So I've got a full piece of leather here. I have got the movers and shapers die. See how it's just a little bit thinner than a standard Biggs. That means that if I were to put this die like a standard Biggs die, like a regular die that you use every day, and I was to put it here, and I was to put my leather on top of it, and I was to try and send it on through, I put my cut plate on, because this is what you do with your Sizzix Biggs die all the time. Nothing Won't cut. It's just a little bit thinner. It needs that magnetic shuttle to make it the right height. So I'm going to take out. I'm going to put my beautiful leather right over the top of it, leather face down, and I'm going to get that leather as close to the top as I can because I want to save this little bottom piece. So I'm going to get it right as close as I can. I'm going to put my cut plate right on top of it, and I'm going to send it on through. Easy. It doesn't even feel like it's cutting, but trust me, it is. And there's the beginnings of my bracelet or my shadow to my decor die on my card or my layout. It can be the beginnings of a keychain. It can be the beginnings of just about anything you can imagine. And gosh, I should have brought it as far over to the side as well. That way I had more space over here and here, so I saved my leather. But I'm going to put that aside, and then I'm going to bring over my decorator die, which fits right on top to add detail. Now, this is a little bit different. This is a little bit intricate and isn't going to go through all the same materials that a steel rule die will, but it will go through paper leather beautifully. And why do I like paper leather? Because paper leather is a product that gives you a beautiful paper feel, but it doesn't tear, it doesn't disintegrate. It stands up to the test of time, and you can color it. So I'm gonna move these off to the side for now. I'm gonna put this one over here, move my shuttle, and I'm gonna bring over some paper leather. This is paper leather. It's sold by Sizzix. They have, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 colors of it. I like the white the best, or the black. It doesn't tear. It's meant to hold its shape, hold its form. It takes color beautifully. It die cuts beautifully. It embosses beautifully. And yet, when you lay it on top to make something, because it's not paper, if it gets wet, it's not going to disintegrate. You can use it for the test of time. So I am going to die cut this out of my paper leather. Now, if I wanted to, I could pre-color this whole piece of paper and then die cut. Pre-color this whole piece of paper and then die cut. And you know, maybe we should do that. Maybe we should go ahead and just do that. And I could also add Stacy tape to the back of it. So I'm going to take 2-inch Stacy tape. Add it to the back. And I think I'm going to pre-color this before we die cut. And to pre-color, I'm going to use watercolor pencils. So let's use some oranges and some yellows and maybe a red. Or should I use, I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I've got gray, so now I'm thinking I should use blues and purples. Okay, maybe that would look really great on the, and maybe, okay, I think I'm going to use those colors instead. So I'm just going to scribble with my watercolor pencil. I'm going to scribble, and I'm going to add some color in here. So all I've done is take some watercolor pencil and scribble. Not very attractive, and I'm certainly not going to die cut it right now. Normally, I would take some water now and a paintbrush and blend all of these together, but that's where my Spectrum Noir glitter pin comes in. This is my new Spectrum Noir glitter pin. It's got that beautiful brush tip, and when you use it, it leaves a little bit of a sheen and shine. Do you see that little bit of glimmer? It's not pow in your face glitter, but it's a little bit of sheen and shine. Now, Like I said, these are watercolor pencils. They're inexpensive. We sell them for $13.99, and then of course they're on sale 20% off because of the shop that did not hop sale. 24 colors, $13.99. Not an expensive thing, and lots of you already have watercolor pencils in your arsenal at home. And all I did was color. Now instead of taking water, I'm going to take my sparkle pen and I'm going to start moving my color. I'm not using any water at all. Give it a shake, give it a little push. Make sure I've got it coming out. Oh yeah. And I'm just going to blend my colors with my sparkle pen. So I'm watercoloring without using water. I'm using the glitter and the liquid from my sparkle pen to add a little bit of sheen and a little bit of shine to my watercoloring. Why am I doing it this way? Okay, if I had taken water and blended everything together and then went over it with my sparkle pen, because the watercolor pencil or Distress ink or gelatos, anything that moves with liquid would then just continue to move. And I didn't want to pick up any more color. I want to leave my color down. So I've got it all kind of blended into each other. I've left a little bit of sheen and a little bit of sparkle. I didn't use any water whatsoever. And now I'm gonna die cut. Oh, it's so pretty. Because it's just got that little glimmer, but it's not over the top at all. So now I'm going to take my cut plate. Well, actually, I think I'm gonna do it on a precision base plate. I'm gonna take my magnetic platform, my precision base plate. Remember, this is not the recommended sandwich by Sizzix, but that's okay. It's up to you if you want to do it. There is a chance that you could break the magnets in your magnetic platform. I have not yet. That doesn't mean it can't happen, but I'm willing to take the risk. I've got my paper leather with Stacy tape on the back. I have colored it in with yummy, inexpensive watercolor papers. I have moved it around. Instead of using water, I've moved it using the new glitter pens from Spectrum Noir. I'm going to put my bracelet right over the top of it, bring over my machine, and I'm going to send it on through. I'm very excited. I haven't seen how this one, they all come out completely different, so you just never know how it's going to come out. Now the reason I'm using my precision base plate is this is an intricate die, and I'm cutting a thick material. I've got paper leather and Stacy tape on the back. So I'm gonna do a 180-degree rotation, and then I'm gonna send it on back. I forgot my little tool to poke all the things out, my little Sizzix brush. So let's get Ooh. I just love when something comes out. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. This is a bracelet die. Why does it have to be a bracelet die? It can be a border on your card, it can be a border on your layout, and you can back it because it comes with the shadow die, the silhouette die. And remember, I put Stacy tape on this, so now I've got it colored. I've got it with a little bit of a sheen and shimmer going, and now I just have to pull off my Stacy tape. And it is an instant sticker. Lay it on. Stick it down. Ha 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 ha. And now I've got the beginnings of a bracelet. I could add a finding. I've got the beginnings of a card. Again, I didn't even have to use the background piece, the little leather piece, if I didn't want to. I could just put this on my layout. I could oh my gosh, it's beautiful. And I didn't use any water, and I only used inexpensive watercolor pencils with the clear sparkle pen. Happy day. These are beautiful. See, I didn't bring my little tool, so I've got all my little bits and pieces, and I'm not going to worry about those right now. But the jewelry dies don't have to be for just jewelry. And the dies you have at home don't have to be for just card making or scrapbooking. You can utilize the dies you already have. Think about all of the different things you could do with them. Now that you know that a steel rule die, whether it be a movers and shapers or a regular bigs, will go through so many different types of materials. It's just pretty. It's just really pretty. So those are some of the dies from Sizzix in their new jewelry collection, but I don't want you to get hung up on the word jewelry. I want you to, if you're a jewelry maker, you are gonna love these because you don't have to buy any other machine to make them work with your, to make them work. You don't have to go buy a special jewelry machine, a special jewelry die cutter. No, you've got a Big Shot, a Big Kick, a Vagabond, you're good to go. The only thing you need to make a movers and shapers die work is either the brand new Shuttle or the older L plate from Tim Holtz. That's it. You're going to have so much fun. So I'm going to take this and put this aside because I want to show you what we've been doing with the make and take. Now, I've got my dies, and this is my, I have got a mess is what I have got. Creativity. If it's not messy, it's not, you're just not, you're not getting creative enough, right? Is that what it is? Although I'm a very organized person, so this is driving me a little crazy. I like my things just where they're supposed to be. Looking at this, it's like, oh, okay, wait a minute. So when I'm done with the YouTube, I call Elena up from downstairs and she helps me put everything away. And she will walk in and it looks like a bomb exploded. It's so pretty before I start the YouTube, and when I'm done, it looks like a dozen people were in here haphazardly going through everything, but that's the creative process, right? Right? I mean, that's what makes it so much fun, is that you've got all your favorite tools surrounded by you, and you just feel inspired to do something. Okay, so I'm gonna tilt on down again. Just had to share with you, poor Elena, she's gonna come in here and she's gonna go, oh my. Okay, so I have got my die set from Flower Shop, and this actually sold out. I will tell you, we've had several cancellations, so we have put them back in stock. We do not have a lot of them, but we do have some. This is Luminous, and this is the triple layer butterfly with the triple layer stamp set that goes together for $10. Yep, 10 bucks. I keep my products really affordable so that almost everybody can have them, so that it fits most budgets for crafting. So we do have some back in stock. If you want it, you may want to pause me and go get it. And if not, they're there. We've put some back in stock because we had several cancellations. I'm going to use it to make the keychain. And the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut, and I'm going to color a background real quick. And this time I am going to use, I don't know. What do I want? Maybe pinks? Oh, decisions. No, maybe purple or the teal. I'm just going to scribble. Scribble. And because I'm working with paper leather, it doesn't tear. It's not going to disintegrate. You could do this with gelatos. You could do this with paper leather. With a Tim Holtz Distress ink. You could do it with your inexpensive watercolor pencils. I'm going to take my Spectrum Noir Sparkle glitter, and because that tip is dirty, I'm just going to clean it off. But these are very much like a Copic marker with the regard to, if the liquid runs clear, it doesn't matter what color your tip is. See how my liquid is running clear? I hope you can, if I can get my liquid's running clear, but my tip is kind of stained. Don't worry about it. Just clean it off with a wet wipey and go on, meaning a baby wipe. I'm just going to blend some of my color because I really love this teal. It's so pretty. hopefully I've got it enough around. It's got a little bit of shimmer and a little bit of glimmer to it. I'm going to bring over my Big Shot machine. I'm going to use my magnetic platform. I do not need my precision base plate because this is not an intricate die. I don't need my Sizzix Shuttle because it is not a movers and shapers. I'm going to go ahead, put that down, put my butterfly right on top, find my do not cut plate and send it on through. And pop it out. Ooh, pretty. Now, for time-wise, we have already taken the other two dies that fit the set that go with this butterfly. We've already taken those. We've put them on, we've put Stacy tape on the back of them, on paper leather so it doesn't tear, and we've already die cut them out just to save a little bit of time. So all we did was pop these onto a piece of paper leather with Stacy tape on the back. We just lined them right up, we put them on there and sent them through our Big Shot machine. So they're already die cut for us. This is where we get a little different again. You've seen me now color, watercolor, using the shimmer pen to add a little bit of bling to it with watercolor pencils. But what if you have other shimmer pens? What if you have the other glitter, the sparkle pens? These are so pretty. I have got 3 new ones here. And you can see they've got this little fluorescent band around them. That's a really important piece to this. When you open these, first thing you do is pop that little fluorescent band off and throw it away. Just get rid of it, throw it away. Then you take your sparkle pin and you screw it all the way down and you can almost hear a little pop to where it has now punctured the hole in the well so that your ink is now available to you. Until you do that, that ink is sitting in there, not drying up, not going bad. It's just sitting in there waiting for you. Then you're gonna give a really nice shake. And there's 2 words that say push on the side. You're gonna give a good push, but not too many pushes. If you push too many times, it's gonna drip right out. So you're gonna give a little push and then whoo, and then you're going to wait for that ink to fill up the nib. And it may take, oh, see, looky, I pushed hard. It may take a second or 2, but it will fill up the nib. And then you're good to go. So I'm gonna grab a different one of these because this one's got ink on it now. And I'm going to take it. And I think I'm gonna grab this light one. Or maybe the pink, ooh. Or maybe the purple, I don't know. See, and that's what happens when you have too many choices. I have too many choices. Okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna do the purple. So I've got my purple sparkle pen ready to go. And I'm just gonna dab some of the color on the outside. I'm gonna dab some of the color on the outside of my butterfly. Then I'm gonna take the new color I just opened and I'm gonna dab some color on the inside. Again, kind of looks like a hot mess. Now I'm going to take my clear, clean off my nib, give a little push to make sure that I've got some liquid in there. And this is my clear. I'm gonna take my clear and I'm gonna blend my colors. So I'm gonna blend the lighter beige and then I'm gonna move the purple right into it. And I'm doing that all with the clear. The clear is what's giving me the look. I'm gonna pull this out a little more and then I'm gonna blend that purple in. Now I know you're probably saying that looks like a hot mess. I agree, but wait. Now let's take that clear, that dark, kind of goldy, beachy, sandy color. And let's do this blue, and oh, that one hasn't been opened yet, so we're not gonna wait for that. Oh, but that one has, and let's add a little bit of color out here. And then let's blend those. Shake it up. This is my clear. Give a little bit of a press. So if you have more than one color of the sparkle pins, you absolutely can blend them on the paper leather, or try watercolor paper. And that clear just blends them beautifully and leaves the sparkle behind. Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. Okay, so that's where I'm at. Now, because we die cut these on paper leather that doesn't tear, and we did it on the back of Stacy, we put Stacy tape on the back, these are instant stickers, which means all I have to do is peel them up and lay them right on top of my butterfly. And remember what a hot mess it looked like when it was on here? Oh, ooh. And I didn't use any water at all. I didn't use any paintbrush at all. Let's get you stuck down. Ooh. And if I wanted to, I could go back and I could darken some of my tips if I wanted to have a little darker. And I could take my clear and I could go in and blend. That clear acts as your blending pen, especially when you're on paper leather or a watercolor paper. How pretty is that? So I showed you not only can you take it and put watercolor pencil down on paper leather with watercolor pencil and your clear pen. We did that, and just blend, blend, blend. A little more going in there. Blend, blend, blend. Ooh. But you could take your Spectrum Sparkle pens and achieve the same results. Which one do you have? If you already have the watercolor pencils in your stock, well, use them. And if you're on a budget, use the watercolor pencils because they're only $13.99 for 20 of them. You can afford to get them, then they're 20% off. But that's not a budget breaking type of deal. And then we can pull it and place it. And pull it. And this is using the Simply Defined die, Luminous, that we have some back in stock. Ooh, easy peasy. And then of course we did it with the Sizzix jewelry. Ooh, ah. Okay, we went over an awful lot today, and I mean a lot. We talked about the difference between a precision base plate, gosh, they're so pretty, a precision base plate, a Sizzix Shuttle, the original Tim Holtz L, and how all of these are, they're different. If you already have this one, you don't necessarily need that one, but that the Shuttle, the precision base plate, and the magnetic platform, 3 different tools, 3 different uses, 3 different types of dies that you're going to use them with. Okay, so that's really important to know. If you get confused about the precision base plate and the shuttle because they look so similar and they're the exact same size and they're pretty much the same color, but anyway, it is what it is. Remember, the shuttle, you want to see the directions facing you. The precision base plate, you do not want to see the directions facing you, okay? We talked about the jewelry dies. OMG, but they're not just for jewelry. We talked about how we're gonna make cards with them and how we're gonna utilize them. But if you are a jewelry maker and you have a big shot, how you don't have to buy a new machine to do jewelry. Amazing. And now think about all of those bigs dies that you already have that you can now utilize with leather and felt and fun foam. Oh my gosh, so great, so great. We talked about paper leather, which is a product from Sizzix that does not tear. It holds inks, it holds embossing through an embossing folder. You can use gelatos, you can use big brush markers, you can use watercolor pencils, you can use Tim, you can use Spectrum sparkle pens and make beautiful things. And we talked about how you can use your Spectrum sparkle pen, the clear one as a blender pen on paper leather or on watercolor paper to move a lot of your colors of your sparkle pens or watercolor pencils. Maybe Tim Holtz Distressings, give it a try. Oh my goodness gracious, we have got tons of samples. I want to show you samples first, and I want to show you some of the leather that Sizzix has brought out. There's leather and there's lambskin, and I've used some of it. So I used the gray. But the colors are beautiful, and we have it all on sale during the warehouse sale. It is all on sale for you, all of it. You'll have to wait a little while for it, but to get that kind of a discount for product that has just released is a rock star. That's awesome. And we've got lots of paper leather. It's also on sale during the warehouse sale. You're going to love it. And then all of the jewelry dies. I'm gonna show you some of the jewelry first, some of the samples first. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that gorgeous? And that's using the leather and the flowers. Is that not beautiful? So all of the jewelry samples were made by Ellison, and the girls did an amazing job. Absolutely amazing. So I'm going to show you some of the necklaces first. Aren't they pretty? But I have to tell you, my favorites are the bracelets that I'll get to in just a minute. Look at this. Is that a stunner? That's made using Sizzix leather, Sizzix jewelry dies, some tumbled stones from the bead shop. Even the whole piece was made with the Sizzix leather. They took the bracelet dies and used them to make the chain. They just extended them. They added them as extensions. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. You've got a beautiful pendant done with resin over the top that just kind of locks everything in place. Yes, they sell the findings. Yes, we sell the findings. But what I really, really love are the bracelets. What I really, really love are the bracelets. And again, this is using it as jewelry, but you don't have to. Look at those. Beautiful. Okay, now I want to show you some samples that were done. I dropped one of them. The top and the bottom, that's a jewelry die. That is a jewelry die, that top and bottom piece. It's part of their jewelry collection. Oh, looks good, doesn't it? Yvette made these samples. Looks great, huh? And that flower, does that flower look familiar? Because it should. I cut it earlier out of the leather. This is out of paper. That flower should look familiar. Beautiful, but it's part of the jewelry die. Here we go. These flowers, part of the jewelry die, but there it is on a super cute card. Do I have that one out here somewhere? Oh, I don't know where it is. It's super cute. Part of the jewelry collection, but we did cards. There's that die again. Again, part of the jewelry collection. But we made a tag. I have got stuff everywhere. We made a tag. Remember our bracelet? Now it's on a card. How cute is that? So you've got dies that are multi-purpose, multifunctional. That gives you more value for your money and more bang for your buck. Remember I said we used them? We took the top layer. We took the top layer here. We just cut it in half and did half here and half there on a card. Oh, got it upside down on a card. Really cute. And all on sale for 40% off. Jewelry die, jewelry die, jewelry die. Lovely, huh? Absolutely lovely. Yvette did a rock star job on these. I love this one. I think this is my favorite. So Sizzix made the beautiful jewelry. We made the cards. And you get to create. Where are you going to find all of this? Well, you're going to have to do it quickly before the 31st of July and get your order in so you get the 40% off the dies. The shuttle is on sale, the leather is on sale, the findings are on sale, the paper leather is on sale, the sparkle pins are on sale. It's all on sale. We're going to put all of this under the YouTube Yummies category along with the regular sales categories. So you will find all of this under YouTube Yummies, and oh my gosh, I hope you had such a good time. I did. There was so much to show you. I hope you see how phenomenal taking a watercolor pencil with a Spectrum Noir sparkle pin can just make things bling. Oh yeah. And if you have several of the sparkle pins, take your watercolor paper or your paper leather and a little bit of here and a little bit of there, and then take your sparkle clear pin and blend them. They just come out so pretty. And don't forget, if you want this die, we have a few left. There's a few in stock, so go get them now. They're on sale. Well, our normal price is $10. Well, they're actually normally $13.99, but because it wasn't part of the I Want It All, we kept them at $10. Don't ask. It's a long story. Anyway, it's me, Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple. From the shop that did not hop and the warehouse sale with everything Sizzix you could ever possibly imagine. I will see you in 2 weeks. All right, you guys, scrapbookingmadesimple.com, and if you're in sunny California, come see us. Bye.